You can save $3 off of your next PlayAsia purchase by clicking the link in the description below and entering the code KAUBA. What's going on, everybody? It's Ndukauba, and I'm back with some more Dragon Ball Heroes Ultimate Mission X. Now, before I actually continue, I just want to say that this all happened at a sporadic moment, so I didn't necessarily prepare myself to, I guess, mentally do live commentary with these series of battles. So for this video in particular, I'm going to do post-com. But yeah, anyways, getting into the video, I was roaming around the overworld and I managed to run into Metacooler, and not just the small, generic regular sized Metacooler that we're all accustomed to. No, I'm talking about Metacooler that's on the big Getty star. So I ran into him because it was like a gigantic alert that popped up on the screen and whatnot, and Trunks is like, danger, danger, you gotta go fight this dude. So I decided to stop what I was doing and fight Metacooler. Now, I wasn't necessarily worried because of the fact that I already have 10,000 more health than he does, plus I added all those extra health packs, EXPs, just a bonus. I added the key packs as well, and my team is a solid team because I have Gohan, Goku, and Vegeta, so those guys can do a team ult and just end the battle if things go south. And of course I have Rose, who does extra damage if he gets a perfect, and Hit, who will raise our ki if we get about 8 bars of ki, because he'll raise it to max, plus he'll raise our willpower. But nonetheless, as usual, using my technique, I throw everybody up front, because if Rose manages to get an attack off, then we get all our willpower back, and I can put him up again so Hit can use his ability. But sure enough, Metacooler goes after my boy Gohan, but you don't understand, bruh. My man is on Super Saiyan 2. He takes no damage. Now, this kind of threw me off because I've never seen a giant character try to kick the absolute crap out of somebody. But luckily, I managed to block it with Vegeta, and my team finally goes in the building. So Goku leads off, and I managed to get, not perfect, but, pretty freaking close. So because of that, I managed to get off a Dragon Fist. All right, hit him in the face, feel the pain. 3k damage, not bad. Then I follow up with Gohan, again, not perfect, but pretty freaking close. And he follows up with a Kamehameha, straight to the face. About another 3k damage, not bad. And then my man Rose, the clutch, came through with the perfect. I'm dealing extra damage and I'm getting my willpower back. And then he takes the super black Kamehameha straight to the face. Gone. Okay, 8k damage, not bad. And then at this point, I'm like, I already got all my characters, at least for round 1 that matters. They got all their ults off, so nothing else matters. So Vegeta, I managed to get it. He dealt like 500 damage. Hit, I got a perfect, which is nice, and he dealt 1k damage. But of course, he didn't have enough to do his ult, so it didn't really matter as much. But this is where things definitely go into my favor, because the fact that with the extra damage I dealt with the hero badge, and the fact that my entire team is practically set for even more willpower and ki because of Rose and Hit, I know that this battle is practically done, because there's nothing else for me to worry about. I have 8 bars of ki that raises it to all of us having enough for an ultimate attack, and then Hit raises it to max ki, which is 10, and raises our willpower just about 2,000 more than Metacooler. So we're looking nice. At this point, I'm coasting through the battle. I have nothing to worry about, because if I get off about 3 ults, the battle's done. So luckily I managed to get it with Vegeta, and he hits him with the final flash. Feel the damage. And there it is. That's 3,000 damage. Then of course with Goku, I follow up as well. Not perfect, but we're close. And then he follows up with a Dragon Fist. I think that got him to about like 5k or 4k damage. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it's 5k. Yeah, so he has 5k health left. That's what I meant. And then of course it's Gohan's turn. Luckily I got a perfect, but if I'm not mistaken, it wasn't enough to kill him. But it did get his health practically to the point where even if I messed up with Hit, then Rose would have ended it all. But I got lucky because I thought I messed up critically here, but surprisingly Cooler managed to get slightly lower than me, and I managed to end it off with a time skip Molotov. I'm talking about Ora, okay? Gone. And that was the end of that battle. So again, it was a sporadic thing. He just popped out of nowhere. I was not even prepared to like record my voice. I just opened up my recording software, pressed record, and just started playing. But wait, there's more. So that wasn't the only battle that I ran into. Now, one thing that I do want to state is the main reason why I don't have a main video today is because of the fact that for whatever reason, I was helping out Kagi with something concerning Dragon Ball Fusions, so I had to back out of Ultimate Mission X. But when I got back into the game, I don't know what happened with my data, but apparently I have to redo the special world 2, I guess. Like that entire video. Okay, I won't say that it was for nothing, because for some strange reason, all the stats, like everything I've earned from doing that world, I kept. But it's as if I never did the world, but I kept all the, the level ups, the items I got, everything, but I had to redo the world. That's why I'm not doing a main episode today, because I have to go redo that world, and I didn't have enough time. And before I forget, we also did get like a solid meta cooler card. We got a blue coin, yada yada yada. So with all that said and done, there was a particular person that was in the overworld when I got back in the game, and I didn't even expect this to happen because I had no idea I would run into him in the overworld. I thought, maybe in one of the special portals, or maybe in arcade mode, which, more than likely he would be in arcade mode. But you see 2 red auras flying. One of them is Demigra. So I did fight him beforehand, and I kid you not, this was probably one of the most frustrating battles I have ever had in this game, because he turns into final form Demigra. And let's just say that if you make it to round 5 and you don't go first and you slip up, you are guaranteed to lose. And you know what? Because I think I had a clip of it, I'm gonna show you guys right now. Okay, so you guys saw what happens when you slip up on the final round. It's not pretty. It's not fun. So I'm already super stressed because I know what's at stake. If I mess up even once, critically, it's game over. Like, there's no hope. I would guaranteed lose the battle. So I'm in my head trying to plot a strategy, and I have a solid idea that would hopefully help me beat Demigra final form. Because, I mean, let's be serious, I want this dude on my team. Like, if he's that strong, I need you on my team. You would most definitely be a staple. But anyways, all the capsules go off, we get all the buffs. I don't remember if he dealt nerfs or whatnot, but anyways, I actually assess this differently. I send most of my team back, but I put Goku up front, and there's a specific reason because of that. Now, you guys know that Hit and Rose are the strongest characters on my team right now, and because of that, their gauge moves really freaking fast. But I'm not going to say that Goku is weak, but he is weaker than Hit and Rose. So because of that, his gauge moves slowly, which gives me the opportunity to try to block attacks, except for right there where I did make a mistake because I was stressed out. But this time, I made up for it by blocking the attack, and I think for the rest of this phase, it was practically smooth sailing. Because one thing about Demigra final form in particular is, if you do take enough attacks from him, he will knock out 2 bars of ki. And I can't afford that to happen because I'm trying to get a team ult off so I can just end this battle. He's way too difficult. It was just way too frustrating of a battle. I want to end it as fast as possible. So throughout the entire first phase for Demigra, I managed to block all of them except for one, but I didn't lose any ki in the process. And of course, with Goku when I attacked, since he had no willpower and we didn't really have enough ki to follow up with an ult, it didn't matter if I managed to, not mess up or if I did mess up. Regardless of the fact if the attack connected or didn't, I would have been fine because that's not the main focus. Anyways, so when Demigra throws out that poison breath, we managed to lose willpower. Now that scares me, but luckily I still had enough to get about 9 bars of ki. And of course, with Hit being on the field, he raises it to 10 and he raises our willpower. So I knew for a fact Demigra was not going to go first this time, which is great because if I can at least rack up extra damage, that's better off for me. I need to be able to make sure that this man has less health than we do. But unfortunately, I panicked and I messed up with Vegeta, which threw me off a little bit, and I tried to calm down, but I'm not sure at this point what's going to happen because, again, he usually gets borderline perfect, but I got lucky with Goku because, again, normally he would get borderline perfect. Surprisingly, he didn't that time. It is what it is. So I dealt about, okay, rounded up about 3k damage. But I got another perfect with my boy. Okay, Super Saiyan 2 looking immaculate. I fire off the Kamehameha, he feels the damage. Okay, I'm looking nice. Now, I was trying to make sure that I got something off with hits, and of course, I messed up. Main reason, Gauge is way too fast. I can't handle that. At least in this particular case, because I'm stressed out. And then my boy, Rose. My man is the god, bruh. He got the perfect, I dealt extra damage, and then I dealt the ult, which deals decent damage. So it's just damage on damage on damage. 7k, not bad at all. That's at least a decent gap between where he is and where we are, because he's at 27,000 health while we're at 36,000 health. So we're looking nice right now. So long as we block all of these, then we're okay, because if we lose any ki, then I can't even set up my team ult with Goku, Gohan, and Vegeta. And of course, if I messed up, then if they got stunned, I'm screwed. So luckily, I managed to get, like, I tied with him twice, bruh. I tied with him twice. He was not ready. I was not ready. Nobody was ready. But I managed to block it. Thank God, because at this point, I'm sweating. Unfortunately, he got a perfect this time. But surprisingly, when he swatted Gohan, I lost no ki. At this point, I'm like, the battle is over. Because all I have to do, regardless if he does that poison breath or whatever, because we lose willpower, which sucks, but since I have enough ki for the team ult that already like depletes all the ki, so I just have to keep Gohan, Vegeta, and Goku back in the area where they just wait. They're not even like in the fray, and have Rose and Hit up close. So even if they get hit, stunned, or, you know, blasted on with ults, whatever the case may be, so long as I have one person who's not stunned, and of course if I have enough health because I don't want to die, then the match is over. So at this point, I'm chilling. Because I ran through this before, but I made the critical mistake of putting Goku, Gohan, and Vegeta in the fray, and Demigra went straight after them, which screwed everything up. I lost the battle, it frustrated me. But anyways, Rose's up first, he manages to get a perfect, and we feel nothing. Now it's his turn, he does the same thing. Okay, we don't like damage around here. Well, okay, we don't like having damage inflicted onto us. We don't like that. But anyways, now it's Rose's turn again. This time, I tie with him. Okay, he thinks he's trying to best me. No. Okay, that's not gonna happen. Block game, crispy. I felt nothing. And then it came down to this. I knew if I got swatted, I'm screwed. I don't get swatted. Like, I just had to make sure that I blocked everything. And of course, with that, the match is over. Because the team ult executes, even though Goku didn't go Super Saiyan 3, well, then again, I didn't have him on the field. But yeah, Goku doesn't go Super Saiyan 3. The team ult gets executed. My man comes through to aid his son. One for the one time, all right? Fire off the Kamehameha. It's looking nice. It's looking clean. Demigra just he kind of ate that damage though. But I mean, even at that, I dealt 50k. 50k. He's gone. Like, he's not, my man is not here anymore. Like, who is Demigra? I don't know. I don't know. And then they made Gohan look so cool right there too. That was nice. But yeah, so I managed to beat Final Form Demigra because, whoo, I was stressing out so much in this battle. You guys have no idea. That entire scene afterwards, I don't even understand what happened. He went back to being young Demigra and all that stuff. I can't even explain what happened. But all in all, we beat him. And at this point, I'm super excited. I'm just like, yo, are we about to get a final form Demigra card? Because if I got him to transform into that, since he's, you know, a giant, I guess, enemy or a giant character, it would be cool. And I already showed you guys what happens if a battle drags out to round 5 with him. Like, that's like the instant round ender, like the match ender. Like, that's game, set, and freaking match if he was on my team. But all in all, we get to level 51. Everybody gets like a decent, you know, amount of EXP. Not as much as when we fought Cooler. And we finally managed to get Demigra on our team. Not young Demigra. Well, Demon God Demigra. We finally got him on our team. And the best part about it all is, even though I didn't get that specific card, I did get this form of Demigra. I can't remember the specific name of it because it's not final form. But the 2 cards, because I mean the other 4 was just like the same as, like, you know, every card except for the one in the middle, but they had a base damage of 7,500, both of them. So I have 2 really strong Demigra cards, which of course if I level up they can only get stronger. So I'm looking nice. I got Demigra on my team, which honestly I'm probably going to have him on my team during the next video just to try it out, because I don't know what he's capable of, and I'm pretty sure that the cards that I got don't allow me to transform into final form Demigra. So it is what it is. But yeah, that was all that happened. Everything was sporadic. I was not even trying to like really record any of these moments. It just so happened to be. But nonetheless, that's going to be the end of this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Of course, if you did, please like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Ndukauba. And if you want to stay updated for all the videos I upload, don't forget to ring my bell. And as always, thanks for watching. See you guys later.